Hello everyone, Wayne Motts, the President Emeritus and Historian at the Gettysburg Foundation on the Gettysburg Battlefield for another episode of Museum Mondays. And I've got my friend, Chris Gwinn, Chief of Interpretation and Education at Gettysburg National Military Park, and our partner. And we're connecting objects in the Museum of the American Civil War at the Visitor Center at Gettysburg National Military Park with being out on the battlefield. So Chris, where are we?
Oh, absolutely, Wayne, and thanks again for having me out on this beautiful day. Pleasure to be filming with you. So we're on the first day's battlefield. Specifically, we're standing on the eastern arm of McPherson's Ridge, and it would be close to here where the Battle of Gettysburg would begin on the morning of July 1st, 1863. Now, just behind the camera, you might even be able to hear the traffic, is the Chambersburg Pike. To my right is a modern Park Avenue, and behind me is the monument to the 56th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry. Now, that regiment is going to be one of the first of the infantry to arrive on the Gettysburg battlefield for the Army of the Potomac, the Union Army, and allegedly they were the regiment that fired the first volley of the infantry, taking over from John Buford's beleaguered cavalrymen that morning. And so a pivotal spot on the battlefield and a really compelling story. And I know we have items in our collection related to this regiment, don't we, Wayne?
We sure do. Inside the Museum of the American Civil War, we've got a great saddle, Chris, that belonged to John William Hoffman, the colonel of the 56th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry Regiment. And that saddle was donated to the Civil War Library and Museum in Philadelphia by Civil War artist Don Triani. And then it was transferred to the Gettysburg Foundation, and it's now part of the Civil War Museum of Philadelphia collection housed in the Gettysburg National Military Park. And it's a beautiful saddle used by Colonel Hoffman. Hoffman spent his whole life in and around Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So he was born in 1824. He's 39 here in the Battle of Gettysburg, and he will be on horseback right out here on July 1st. His father was in the hosiery or stocking business, and he, as a young man, had militia service. And then in the Second Manassas campaign, as an officer of this unit, he'll assume command, and he'll command it for the rest of the American Civil War after that. Fact, sometimes commanding the brigade, and he'll live in Philadelphia after the Civil War, go into the family business, and he dies in 1902, and he's buried in Laurel Hill Cemetery in Philadelphia, the same cemetery that George Meade is in, a lot of famous people there. And Chris, we know what's going to happen. We're going to put up, everybody, J. William Hoffman with one N. And we know we're going to get everybody saying, wait a minute, he spelled it the German way with two N's. We're going to go with one N because historian Andy Waskey found a document after the war for the GAR. He put a stone in for Hoffman in the Laurel Hill Cemetery, and Hoffman spelled in his own hand with one N. Now, he may have dropped the second N, but we're going to go with one N, everybody. So there you go. We know we're going to get comments, right, Chris?
Works for me.
Everybody's going to do it. So the saddle of J. William Hoffman, 56th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry Regiment in the Museum of the American Civil War for our Museum Monday artifact. And Chris, thanks for being out
Absolutely,
here
Wayne. Thank you.
With us. And thanks to all of you, the viewers who've been watching these video series that the foundation is doing. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Share it around, like it, interact with it, and help us help the Gettysburg National Military Park and the Eisenhower National Historic Site preserve and interpret this great history. Thanks.